It was found in excellent condition, and here it is in front of you, and the only effort they have to do is to protect it as much as they can from human interference and nature as well, because sometimes we don't know which can go rougher on things. But I am asking you to let your eyes wander around the theater and see if you can trace a small part where the seats don't give the impression that they're that original from 2,400 years ago. Just keep wandering, letting your eyes wander around. I think most of you already, absolutely. Look at the seats on the inside of the retaining wall. Is everybody with me, guys? Right side as we're looking at it. They have no broken edges, right? Too perfect to believe that they're there from so long ago. But as you see, the small part with the newly constructed and placed seats replacing the completely destroyed original ones, we have exactly the same thing happening, pretty much to the same extent, on the inside of the retaining wall on that left side of the theater. And notice how you don't see clearly on that side, but we do here. So focus on the right side, please. Can you see how the theater consists of the lower part and the upper part as well? And the lower part where the new seats have been placed is not protected from the upper part. It's come slightly further out to the left. Did I ever tell you what it was that got the theater buried, guys? And if I didn't tell you, isn't it easy in Greece to make a guess? There's only one magic word about it. Earthquake, as most of you said. The earthquake happened 400 AD. And let me tell you how things were. You can see how the hill continues and goes way up from the top of the theater. Before the earthquake, the hill was at least twice as high to what it has today. So the missing part of the hill from the earthquake simply collapsed down on the theater. Do you know what the lucky part was? The lucky part was that the hill did not have a lot of rocks. A few rocks that came rolling down. Look at the broken edges here and there, yes? But it was mainly the tons of dirt, so literally dirt came down. And when the dirt came down, it covered the biggest part. And when the few rocks came rolling down, if this is a seat, the biggest part was already under dirt, just a few exposed parts on the front and on the sides, and this is why there's broken edges, but the biggest part of every seat survived. The far end on one, and it was exactly the same on the other side as well, because it was not protected by an extension of the upper section. This is why most of the rocks came down on the far ends, and that's why the original seats were completely destroyed. But I have a question for you guys. Don't we all know how the archaeologists hate the idea of adding modern material next to ancient? If they hate it so much and they have so much of the original surviving here, how come they allowed it to happen and make new seats at the ends of the theater? Exactly. The archaeologists would never worry about full capacity, knowing that there's use of it. That would be their last concern. They just don't stay on the side of technocrats and promotion people for shows and things like that. But because it's the far ends, it's supporting the rest of the theater. So if they didn't do that, all it would take, it wouldn't be just a strong earthquake, even just gentle tremors of the earth could make more of the seats fall off. So they knew that in the long run, in depth of time, there was danger of losing more of that theater. So it's part of the preservation work. Can everybody see where the other EF group is standing? The circle that is down below. Remember when I said on the bus, you want to test the acoustics? You stand at the bottom. That's the circle that I was talking about, which was the performing area. And anyone at the top can hear any sounds, even whispers. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you another part that the theater had. And the earthquake did not allow that to survive. And it was a building that consisted of 2 floors. So the book is coming around for everybody. Can you see how there are 2 floors? Starting from here, and I'm coming around. Please notice how there's a